Our days on the Okavango Delta were spent both on land with in safari vehicles and on the water, seeing aquatic animals. In this area, we also had a wonderful deck from our tented camp that we were able to view both animals in the water and on land. It was really, really kind of fun. Also, the Okavango Delta is the largest delta in the world. In Angola starts the water that flows into the delta. About 80% of the water comes from Angola, and about 20% of the water comes from natural rainfall. It is now considered, as of 2014, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and is also considered one of the 7 wonders of Africa. This is an area that is just loaded with aquatic animals on the delta, such as hippos and crocodiles, wonderful birds such as the African fish eagle, just tons and tons of birds. We just had a blast taking pictures. On land, we got to see lions and leopards, impala, of course, wildebeest, giraffes, just the usual panoply of animals. On the water, of course, hippos and crocs and birds. So we hope you enjoy the next few videos and still photos as well of some of the birds and animals that we were so fortunate to see. So have a great time, and we'll be back in a few. Thanks.
Getting from Zambia to Botswana was kind of fun on a small aircraft. This is a GA8 made in Australia. It holds 8 people, and we were seated right behind the pilot, which gave us a unique view of the terrain below. As you can see, a lot of water holes, a lot of water, green, beautiful. We're in the rainy season, so we really appreciated the view of the scenery from above. It's quite lovely. Lots of water holes. Love that opportunities for animals to drink and move down. Beautiful scenery. This is where we stayed. This is our tent right on the delta. Beautiful views.
Before we get to the aquatic animals and our time on the actual delta, we wanted to introduce you to the birds and land animals that we were so fortunate to see. So have fun.
This is a little bee eater. Meet the carmine bee eater. We've been looking for this bird for several years and finally found it. This is one in flight. You can notice the beautiful colors as it flies. The next bird we find is a woodland kingfisher. Again, a wonderful bird to spot. This is a southern giraffe, also known as a 2-horned giraffe, that we saw very frequently in this area of the delta. This leopard caught a knob-headed duck, and he's heading off into the woods to enjoy it. One of our favorite animals, of course, is the wild dog. Beautiful animal. You can see him hunting here. There's some impala running in the back. They're well organized. They get together and start the chase. They usually circle the prey and work as a group. They're one of the most effective hunters in Africa. Fun to watch. Another one of our favorite animals is the zebra. These are burchels. We came upon a large group of wildebeest and zebras walking past our vehicle. You'll notice they have a 3rd stripe, which is typical of the burchels. It's a gray stripe. It also helps with camouflage. And then on the inside of their foreleg, you'll see a black spot. That black spot is used to protect the leg from when they're laying down. The hooves would otherwise damage the inside of the leg, so it makes it a little bit more comfortable for them. They spend about 7 hours on the ground, so this protection is probably very necessary. But look at the numbers. They just kept coming and coming and coming, so enjoy the scenery. The wildebeest we found in this area is the blue wildebeest. How's this for cuteness? This is a young jackal. Back on the river again. You can see the high grasses, the campsite on the right. Beautiful setting. Spend the night. Moving along in the water quite nicely. So once our boat died, we had to go from one boat to another in the middle of the waterway. Quite unstable, but we did make it from point to point. The guys on the first boat helped stabilize it from us.
Did we do it?
I think
we make the switch? We did.
And when we made
I don't know
decision
how.
to go on this boat, but it really
We
was
did.
quite fun. The two people you're going to see
Oh
right
my
behind
God.
us are our two
We
new
crazy or
friends.
what?
This is Steve and Sharon from the UK. Again,
They're gonna
great
be on
partners
YouTube.
to travel with. Had a really good time. The river itself is beautiful, with lily pads and beautiful flowers, high grasses. Again, the sun's out, which made it very nice prior to, again, it began to rain. But you can see how difficult it would be to be spotting wildlife on the shore because we're so low and the grass is so high. Not an easy task. And when we're tooling around on the water, we look for hippos, of course, and crocs. Here's a hippo that disappeared, as they generally do when they see us, and we wait for them to pop up, and pretty soon he'll pop back up, give us a look, and go back down again. So they're pretty hard to spot and maintain vision as they keep going back into the water. One of the most beautiful birds is the African fish eagle and the jacana, known as the Jesus bird because it appears to walk on the water. This video was taken from a great distance with a cell phone, but it's a sitatunga, one of the marshland antelopes. They're very rare. They have stripes on the side. It's kind of hard to see from this video, but this is one of the males. So it was really a treat to come upon this, even though our photos are not that good of this animal. But to actually see a sitatunga in the wild was really a special treat for us. And you recognize this character as one of the crocs that live along the delta. At the end of our 3-hour trip up the delta, we encountered a nice hippo right at our camp, and he welcomed us with a big splash, and that kind of ended our day on the river.
Now that we've dried off from our little wet adventure with our hippo friend, we wanted to remind you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Traveling Sisters Adventures, and share with your family and friends so that they can enjoy as much as you have. So we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.